Hello? Hi. How are you? I hope you're having a good day. And if not, well then, I hope it gets better little by little. So, welcome to my channel. My name is Eric, otherwise known as Wisdom online. And yeah, this is my introduction, so don't expect this to be like a full-blown video just yet. There will be one coming soon, but you're just gonna have to give me a little bit. I need some time to like really think of a concept and know what to talk about. But just for starters, yeah, my name is Eric. I'm 17. I live in Massachusetts, and I don't know. I just kind of just want to explain like my reason behind this channel. So, this channel is made because I really have a thing for just like talking. Anyone close to me can tell you that I love to talk about various things, whether it be music, whether it be, just like art in general or life. Those are topics that I feel to find fascinating to me. And I don't know, as I and my generation is growing and only getting older, we don't I feel like a bunch of the times we don't really have answers to everything. Which of course, we're humans. Humans are not supposed to have answers to everything. But I feel like with what I do know now, I want to at least help some people understand, some parts of themselves and help them along the way in their life journey as, in whatever shape or form I can, whether it be giving advice, whether it's just giving insight into anything, or even just being entertaining for someone, you know? So that's mainly why I made this channel. And the kind of content that I feel like you would expect to see from this channel is going to be a bunch of like this. It's going to be what I call video journals, in which I'll just talk about whatever's on my mind. Sometimes I'll have a title for them. Sometimes I won't. Reasons being is because I am scatterbrained majority of the time when I talk. So sometimes whenever I'm supposed to stick to a certain topic, I find, other, other areas that sort of, I don't know how to say it. I try to find other areas that connect to the topic that I'm talking about, but my thoughts just ramble. So the reason being, for those type of videos right there, I just don't want to have a title for them, and I just want to talk about whatever. But but as far as that goes, some of the things that I like are fashion. I love streetwear. Like, I have like my biggest influence is my older brother. He has a wardrobe to me that is like the fucking coolest. Decked out with, Supreme, decked out with who decides war, all of that. And he's always been like the cool factor for me. So majority of the stuff that I wear, majority of the stuff that I listen to as far as music goes, which I will get into a little bit, mainly derives from him, my father, and just like cousins too. But yeah, I love fashion a lot. I see fashion as a representation for a bunch of different mediums, not just sexism, not just like how like I don't want to categorize this, but like sort of how fashion likes to centralize its topics with sexism. You know, like I just find the fact that you can like have any message with fashion to be incredible. I love that. Some of my favorite brands are Golf Lafleur, Louis Vuitton, which is pretty obvious. I feel like. I also like Tiffany and Co. Like I feel like that was some really cool stuff. I'm trying to think. As of right now, those are like the two brands that I could come up with the top of my head. Oh, Averex too. Shout out Belly, the movie. There's this one jacket that Nas was wearing towards the end of the movie. Like it's like this white jacket and it looks so fucking cool. I want that shit so bad. But actually now tying into Nas, let's talk about music. So I love music, and what I really, and I just love music. Like I love talking about it. There will be videos about me talking about like my favorite albums and such. But for the sake of this video, I'm just gonna talk about some of my favorite artists, my favorite genres, and yeah. So to get started with like my favorite artists, I have J. Cole, Kendrick, Nas, Big L, uh, the the man formerly known as Kanye West, Lupe Fiasco, Common, Twista, uh, Cameron, Jules Santana, Jim Jones. Like to give you a rough idea of those guys right there. But it doesn't just limit to just rap. I love, like the Ahmad Jamal trio. I love jazz. Um, I love Bill Withers. I love Bill Withers so much. Um, damn, I'm trying to think of who else I really listen to like that. Um, as so far as like jazz goes, like that's like the only two I could really name. But I love R&B. I love R&B. Like give me like Aaliyah, Mary J. Blige, Brandy, D'Angelo, those guys right there. Like I have a special place for those guys right there. I have a special place for them. And yeah, like I just find their work to be so incredible, and like the stuff that they have done to be like pushing the boundaries of what we consider like music. And I feel like a bunch of their work is just incredible. So if like please, like if you haven't listened to any of their albums, please do check them out. Um yeah, but as far as my favorite albums go, I have like too many, but if I had to give like 5 of my favorite albums to people and recommend them, it would go not in order. This is not in order, by the way, but For Your Eyes Only, of course, Blonde by Frank Ocean. Ooh, Black Messiah by D'Angelo. This is like I'm really on the fence on this one, but you know what? No, I shouldn't be on the fence on this one. Dilla, I mean, Donuts by Jay Dilla, and of course, uh, you know what? My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy too. Those would be like my 5 albums to give. But yeah, that's gonna wrap it up for my intro. I hope you guys liked it. If you stood through all the way watching, I really do appreciate you. And consider subscribing. It's always free. You can unsubscribe if you really want to. Feel free to leave a like, comment down below too. And I want to give a prompt for people in the comments. What are your guys' favorite albums? Let me know in the comments below. And what I want to do is I want to talk about something related to music, like for my first actual video. But as far as that goes, this has been Wisdom. Once again, excuse me. Sorry, this just happens a lot. But thank you for giving me your time and your attention. And I hope you have a great rest of your day.